Hello and warm welcome to join us for this edition of ANN English News, and I'm Abdul Ahad Mohammadi. Lawmaker Abdul Zahir Kadir has been chosen as the first Deputy Speaker of the Lower House of Parliament, but the other candidates could not win enough vote to become the second Deputy Speaker in the Administrative Board election of Walasi Jirga. Lawmakers Ahmad Behzad, Dr. Jafar Mahdavi and Muhammad Abdar were eyeing the position of second Vice Chairman but could not win enough votes. Under the Article of 87 of the Constitution, both houses of Parliament elect from amongst their members a chairman of the Administrative Board with first and second Deputy Speakers and two lawmakers as the Board Secretary and Deputy for a year. Top U.S. officials in Afghanistan have held talks with a representative of Hizb Islami group. Reports say Gairat Bahir, a representative of Gulbuddin Hekmatyar, said that he had face-to-face discussions earlier this month with U.S. Ambassador Ryan Crocker and Marine General John Allen, the top commander in the country. Bahir described his talks with U.S. officials as nascent and exploratory. Bahir said the discussions showed that the U.S. knew that in addition to getting the blessing of the Taliban leader, any peace deal in Afghanistan would have to be supported by Hekmatyar. President Karzai has been meeting regularly with former Taliban high-ranking officials who say that insurgents were ready to talk peace. Media reports say the meetings have been going on while Kabul awaits developments from Qatar, where the Taliban plans to open an office for talks with the United States. Abdul Salam Zaif, who has become a frequent visitor to Karzai's palace, and other former Taliban officials are being consulted for guidance and help in mediations, Washington Post reported. Karzai was unhappy with Qatar, which has not kept his administration informed of its contacts with the Taliban leadership. At least 4 militants were killed in a U.S. drone strike in Pakistan's North Waziristan on Monday. Security officials said 4 missiles were fired. One hit a vehicle and another hit a house. An official said 1 person was injured in the strike. The attack took place at Digan village, some 25 kilometers west of Miran Shah, the main town of North Waziristan, the official said. Local intelligence officials said the dead militants were from Turkmenistan, but their exact identities were not immediately known.
We start flying the long-duration missions, the 16-hour missions or so.
U.S. Special Envoy for Afghanistan and Pakistan, Mark Grossman, said Washington would continue to support the Afghan peace process. In a joint press conference with Afghan Deputy Foreign Minister Javed Ludin, he said that the ultimate goal of the U.S. efforts had been and remained to create a condition for peace process among Afghans. Meanwhile, Ludin emphasized that any peace talks with the Taliban should be Afghan-led. He said the government supports transferring detainees to Qatar from Guantanamo, something that Karzai's administration had demanded earlier that they should be transferred to Afghanistan. Syria has condemned a new Arab League initiative that calls on President Bashar al-Assad to cede power by holding early elections and forming a national unity government. Syrian state television, quoting the country's officials, said on Monday that the resolution passed on Sunday night contradicted the will of the Syrian people and was a violation of its national sovereignty. The bloc's members agreed to a political initiative that would call for a unity government and early elections in Syria to end the crisis, the Qatari Prime Minister said after a meeting of the 22-member body in Cairo.
And the last solution, the initiative
Egypt's lower house of parliament on Monday held its first session since a popular uprising ousted President Hosni Mubarak, with Islamists dominating the assembly for the first time. 1 year after the revolution, many Egyptians see the new parliament as the first sign of democratic rule, in sharp contrast to the toothless legislature that existed under Mubarak. But the exact role of parliament remains unclear, with power remaining in the hands of the military generals who took power when Mubarak resigned last February. And that's all for now. Thanks for watching.